What's up, everybody, and welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. It's a rainy, shitty day out. I didn't get much sleep last night for, stupid reasons. I ate too late before I went to bed, ate some spicy shit, and had some heartburn in the middle of the night, which fucking sucks. I hate when I wake up with heartburn. It's fucking awful. Serves me right for eating that shit. I know. And Kari tells me, if you eat that before you go to bed, you're going to get heartburn. I'm like, nah. It happens every time. I should probably listen to her. But today's Monday, and I start rehabbing my shoulder in the gym today. Last week I did a few different rotator cuff strengthening exercises, stability exercises, range of motion exercises to see where my shoulder was at. And then I said, okay, after we do these, what I'm going to do is wait and see for the next couple of days how my shoulder responds, like any kind of pain, swelling, inflammation. Okay, and I wasn't getting that pain and inflammation and swelling. So I said, okay, now next step is to do the physical therapy exercises and start to strengthen the rotator cuffs, which is what was torn in the first place, in the bicep tendon, which I'm pretty sure, I tried to think back as to when this injury really first happened, because it was something that built up over time, and it wasn't something that all of a sudden just popped up and I was training with bad form or something and it snapped. So I thought back, and it's really, really strange how I've only had pain in that area in the last, say 6 or 7 years, when I was actually trying. There's like a standing freezer, one of the ones that, not in your refrigerator, like one of the big ones on the floor that you store a lot of meat and stuff in like that. We have one at the gym that I train at, and my buddy Eric sells these protein bars called the Bricks, which you guys have heard of before. And him and I are pretty good terms. We have a good relationship, and so I was buying some of the bars because I eat them. A lot of people at the gym eat them, and he let me go in the back where they're kept and stuff. And he's like, I think there's a box of the ones you want in that freezer. So I looked, and they were like, I opened the freezer, and they were all the way down to the bottom. I reached in to try to get them, and I noticed they were fucking so far down. I had to stand on my tiptoes. Then I really twisted my shoulders and reached. And as I got down there to get them, I felt this pain in the back of my shoulder, which is exactly where the rotator cuff was. I didn't dawn on me at the time that's what it could be, and in the front. So I thought I had overstretched my rear delt and my front delt, or supraspinatus. I thought I overstretched something, and said, oh shit, it was like a burning feeling. I was like, motherfucker, like that hurt. And it hurt for a couple of days after that. I thought maybe I just pulled a muscle, that's what it was. It was, technically, yeah, I pulled a muscle. It was the rotator cuffs. Now, when something's in a weakened state and you don't let it rest and recover, it's just a cumulative micro-trauma that happens more and more until something else goes wrong with it. So now, I had pain and inflammation and continued to train, and it didn't bother me because you're used to training around things and you have pain, and you're never not training with pain at this point after 25 years in the gym. So you're just trying to train around things and not, hurt things worse. But you're not in your head thinking, this is a serious injury and I should take time off. It's like, I can still get through it, I can bear the pain, whatever. Well, come to think about it, a few months later, right before the Olympia, I decided I was going to do dumbbell pullovers, which is an exercise I hadn't done in years. I said, I'm going to go light. Took a 50-pound dumbbell, nice and light, started doing the dumbbells. Now, I already had an injury in that shoulder from when I was wrestling. That's what put me out of wrestling, was a torn bicep tendon in that shoulder. And it was re-injured again by reaching into that cooler, overstretching it, which inflamed it. And I kept training with it inflamed. Now, as I went back with the dumbbell, my left arm could actually go back further. So I was trying to get the right arm just to stretch out just a little bit to see if I can get a better range of motion, just real easy sets, pumping some blood in there. And I felt the pop then. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I kind of moved it around, and it burned, but it didn't hurt. It wasn't so bad that, again, you're like, oh shit, I gotta go to the hospital, it's really bad. So I said, okay, it's probably just stretched a muscle, that shoulder's tight from previous injuries that I've had, whatever, big deal. Let's not do pullovers, let's find something that doesn't hurt it. And I moved on to exercises that didn't hurt it. Now, leading up to the Olympia, I was feeling it a little bit. When I got to the Olympia, when I got tattooed at the tattoo place, my 5% tattoo, I had to rotate my arm in a very strange way and tweak it and push. Again, stretching that tendon in the bicep and the rotator cuff in an awkward position and holding it there. And I noticed it was burning. It was burning. I didn't even have any weight in my hand or anything. And it was burning like something was wrong with it. I was like, what the fuck is going on? The next day at the expo, some of you who I came in contact with might have noticed that when I shook hands, I kind of kept my arm close. You didn't see me pick my arm up at all very much because I couldn't lift my arm. And now I was sitting there going, well, fuck, overnight something happened. Something is definitely fucked up that I can't move my arm. And we're at the Olympia, you know, at the finals, and I remember, you know, my fucking shoulder hurt. I'm like, God damn it, like, what the hell did I do to this? I haven't even trained in like 4 or 5 days. Like, this is ridiculous. Well, it was another 3 or 4 days till we get back home to train again. And when I got back home, I trained around it. Try to do exercises that are not bothering it. Well, that's all well and good until, you know, if it's not healed, cumulative microtrauma, more and more and more, the inflammation, it gets worse, and next thing you know, it was hurting again. So I said, you know, I got to try something. I went to massage therapist a couple times, and, you know, they worked on it, and they seemed to find a lot of stuff that was wrong with my scapula and not, you know, my rotator cuffs, which could very well have been the problem that caused this to begin with. And I'm thinking that it probably was. And then I went to acupuncture. When I got the acupuncture, the pain was gone. I felt so good and so amazed at it. I said, wow, you know, it was just a pulled muscle. It wasn't a serious injury. And then I went from acupuncture directly to the gym. Smart move. In the gym 25 years. I'm going to be 39 in less than a month. And I'm still thinking like a fucking kid. Got to get my workout in. Got to train. I went in there and I was training, and Kari was working out at the same time. And I said, honey, look at this. I said, I can do overhead extensions. I haven't done those in fucking like 6 months because I couldn't get my arm back there. I'm like, this feels great. And the more weight I put on, the better it felt. I was like, this is amazing. Next thing you know, then it really hurt. I was like, oh, something's, you know, like the pain came and went. Like the acupuncture was working, not working. It was very strange. And then the next morning I couldn't move the arm again. And this time it was like I couldn't move the arm. And then I couldn't even just let it sit there because the weight of my arm hurt. And it was, you know, excruciating. And I never want to feel that pain, just like I never want to fucking go through withdrawals ever again. I mean, it's a pretty fucking rough pain when you tear that fucking thing. And I've talked to a few other people that have had it and had surgeries and are dealing with it right now. And they're like, yeah, I've never felt excruciating pain that you just couldn't get rid of, even with fucking, you know, they're like, even if you did take the painkillers, it doesn't fucking get rid of it. So now I head back in and try to start from scratch and use 2.5 pound dumbbells to do shit and stuff like that, which I'm fine with. Okay, it's not a big deal. I mean, I actually used more than that the first time I walked into a gym ever, but you know, it's different now. I want to try to maintain some stability in that shoulder like that, strengthen it, and be able to train so that I don't have to take time off like this because it fucking sucks. So I guess right now, you guys always wanted it raw, and I told you I'd give it to you raw. I guess I'm happy that I'm getting ready to go to the gym and train, but I'm scared. I'm scared that for some reason the shoulder's not going to hold up, and I'm going to go through the whole fucking thing again and be out another 4 to 6 weeks. You know, I'm worried that, you know, is it something that is so fucked up that even with the surgery, it's going to put me out of the gym permanently? I won't be able to do any kind of pressing or shoulder exercises, maybe be able to do a couple different rows for back and just legs for the rest of my life. Like, there's some unknown factors right now that I guess are kind of in the back of my mind. And, you know, I guess the best way to do it is, fuck it, jump feet first into the pool, hit that fucking cold water, and deal with it as you do and see what happens. Because, you know, what do? You just never go back to the gym again because you fear, you know, putting yourself out permanently? I've taken a lot of chances in my life, and this is just another chance that I'm taking by going back. You know, it's actually 3 weeks, almost 3.5 weeks that I was out, and they told me 4 to 6 weeks. So I'm a little bit early in the recovery. I think that my diet, first of all, the rest that I was doing, and as well as some peptide things that may have been involved for research, have healed it very quickly. And that also worries me because doctors are like, if it heals too fast, then it's usually not healed right. However, I have friends that have used research and have healed so fast, and it worked out well for them. So I'm just glad that, you know, I was able to be able to do some research so that this whole thing worked out better. So I'm going to hit the gym and we'll see what happens. So wish me luck. I'm Bios3 and I approve this message, and we're out.